Okay, hello, hi, welcome. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. My name is Audrey. I am a real, true, red blooded American psychic. I am the salty psychic because I'm a salty person. So that does carry over into my gift and talents of all areas, not just in my psychicness. But just take me with a grain of salt, by the way. Okay, most people have to. Um, we're going to talk about Brian Hamburger today. Brian Koberger, the man who's going to be on trial for the murder of four college students in Idaho. We all know the case. We all know it. We know him. We know the victims. We feel like we know most. Um, but I have concerns today. I have concerns every day for not only this criminal. If you're not aware, I believe he's guilty based on what spirits have shown me. What spirits have shown you what, Audrey? Well, I'm a psychic medium, and I can tell you honestly, I have had the four in my presence, and I've had Maddie and Kaylee speak to me and a very brief interaction with Zaina. If I say names wrong, you know what? Don't come at me with bullshit like that. I'm a human being. I'm trying. I'm 55. I am postmenopause. I'm a little just look at my hair, okay? It's gray all the way from tip to tip. Okay? Give me a break. I'm a senior citizen now, okay? It's not because I don't care. Obviously, I want to get everyone's names correctly spelled. That's very important. All right. So I believe Brian is guilty based on Kaylee and Maddie's information they've given me. Here comes Spirit. I haven't had a problem all day with my throat until right now. Very, very common. This is what happens. Now let's not forget. Let me remind you of what it's like for me before I tell you my concerns about Brian Hamburger. This isn't easy what I do. Okay. I'm coming onto the web saying things that make no sense. A lot of times they don't make sense, but later proven factual. Okay. Okay. Um, if I didn't believe 100% in my abilities and my past record of doing readings all the time and people commenting on the accuracy and stuff like that, I wouldn't be on the World Wide Web saying these very, very important things that I've said that people disagree with. I think laws need to change. Okay. That's a whole nother set of circumstances that piss me off. These criminals have too many rights. Audrey, he's not been convicted. Are you judge and jury? Well, yeah, why not? I'm a human being. It's called inner caveman safety. I mean, you're profiling him because he looks different, but I think he's just gorgeous. He's handsome and tall. I don't care if you think he's attractive. Okay. I don't care that people are interested in dating Brian Koberger. That's disgusting for one, but for two, we profile for a reason. Okay, as human beings, God, the universe, our higher power, whatever and whoever you call it, has put that in us for protection from to not get murdered from people who look like murderers. It's a thing. We have that for a reason. I mean, you don't have to go around telling everybody, but you sure as shit better pay attention. If you get a weird feeling, I maybe I shouldn't go to the mall tonight. It's dark. there's not going to be parking close by. I'm alone. I'm a woman, or I have my baby with me. Think about it. Be careful. Go with your gut. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for profiling, but I go based on what spirit tells me and shows me. That's not my problem. It's not my fault. I'm reporting back from the other side. Do you realize I hear myself say those things and it sounds out of this world? It sounds cuckoo. Okay. I should have been called the skeptical psychic because I don't believe many other people have the same abilities because I've been to psychics and they're just crap. They were absolutely crap. They take my money, not give me any information at all. And that's a risk you take. But, you're searching for information. Well, I search for information or get involved with these murder cases to provide you with information so you know either immediately or down the road that I'm legit. Why do I care that you think I'm legit? Because when we do a reading or I'm just on YouTube talking about things in life that are really severe and depressing, and I need you to know you're okay. I'm getting spirit coming in right now. I need you to know you are okay. You are not alone. Your loved ones are fine. You will see them again. Everything's fine. You didn't get to the hospital in time to say goodbye to your relative. It's okay. I promise you. They know what's in your mind. They know why you didn't make it there. There's no guilt. There's no finger pointing. Okay? But there is kind of finger pointing in a murder situation. If the spirits want to give information, they do. And in this case with Bryan Kohberger, they have. So, Bryan Kohberger on the loose. What does that feel like? What is that going to feel like? He doesn't get sentence. He gets off on this charge. The charge goes away. He's in Idaho and Washington and maybe the East Coast after he gets out of jail. That is a nightmare. That is terrifying. Literally terrifying. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. Hang with me. I'm going to go on both sides. I'm going to go to it's the law side where everyone's into the Constitution, or I'm not. I'm not. I don't agree with it 100% because it was written so long ago, it doesn't always apply anymore. Okay. Okay. Lawyers out there, people are going to, you're so fucking stupid. Okay. Well, whatever. You have your opinion. You have the right to have your opinion. Okay. So do I. Okay. So we're going to talk about both sides of the coin. Let's say he's convicted. Okay, he's convicted on the murders. He's convicted on the robbery charge or whatever he did with that girl and her video footage in her apartment. Okay, he'll be put away for life. If he's convicted, he'll get life and the death penalty. That's on the table by firing range or lethal injection, if there's any lethal injection left. Are we killing that many people? Are we putting down that many criminals that we've run out of the serum? Oh, God. Okay. Now, here's the scary thing for me. I do not take back anything I've said. I said what I said, like that song goes. Okay. I said what I said. I have nothing to amend. I have nothing to tweak or change. What I said is what I said, and I stand by that 100%. I hold back sometimes. You guys don't know everything. But I tell you the majority of the stuff. Okay. So, we're in the trial. All the emotions are there. The families are there. Prosecution has the weight of the world on them as the world, at least the United States, is watching because the prosecution has the burden of proof. How? How? That's my question. Can the prosecution convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt that Bryan Kohberger killed these 4 students? I gotta be honest. I'm always honest. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know how the prosecution is gonna make that happen based on the American Constitution and the requirements by the jury to say he's guilty legally. Can you legally vote for a guilty verdict if things are not checked off, ticked, proven? You gonna perjure yourself? What do they have? What do they have? Now, let me say this. Even though I find it shocking how he did it, but I know he did do it based on spirit. And I've kind of asked spirit. I've asked the girls, I've asked everyone, show me how he did, the 2 upstairs and then the 2 down below. How did he do that in such a short time? It doesn't compute. It doesn't add up. If I wasn't psychic, I would 100% say the guy looks like a freak to me. But I'm going to say no, he didn't do it. God, thank God I'm a psychic. Thank God, because it is so clear to me. It is so clear to me that he did. I have been on this since this happened, since the kids were discovered. I've been on this case. Everything I knew about Bryan Kohberger, I had said to my husband, who, basically it's one guy, he's a kid. Well, to me, he's a kid. He's 29, 30. He's my kid's age. I basically identified him. So to me, there's no doubt. But what do they have against him? One cell? Is it one tiny skin cell of DNA on the sheath underneath one of the victims? Here's the other thing that terrifies me. Where's all the blood? For us true crime people, we watch these shows, we watch real crimes. And when there's a murder, especially one like this, so savage, there's blood everywhere. Everywhere. Remember that guy, and I apologize, I don't remember the names of the people. He in Colorado, he hit his girlfriend over the freaking head and beat her to death, and even there were teeth like in the wall, and there was blood even though he cleaned. There's so much evidence left behind. Now, we know there was blood everywhere from the victims. We know that their blood was everywhere. Okay. How did he get out of the house into his car, in his apartment, without a single cell of those kids' DNA on him or in his possession, in his apartment, in his car. How in the hell is that? How did that happen? I mean, we watch shows on TV, real crime shows, and it's like it could even be 6 months, a year later, there's still blood in the trunk or, wherever. It can still be found. They reprocess these things, this evidence. They reprocess the house, they reprocess the car, the clothes, they look on the clothes, they look everywhere for DNA. I don't understand how he didn't bring any of their DNA out of the house. We heard that he was wearing some coveralls. We know he had on special clothing for the event, and I don't honestly, I don't know. He threw that clothing away, I think, right? Or it's gone. The knife is gone. We don't know where that stuff is at. And I'm asking Spirit right now. Maybe they'll come in, but I'm asking as I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to Spirit. Anyone that wants to listen to me, please listen. Where are the clothes? Where is the knife? Can someone tell me that? If we could get the weapon in his possession or some sort of confirmation that he was at the house. We have the roommate describing the tall guy, 5'10", whatever, bushy eyebrows. Not enough. Not enough. It's not enough. Could have been a woman for all we know based on bushy eyebrows. According to the law, you have to go by a certain regimen. You have to base your answer based on the law. Did the prosecution prove without a reasonable doubt with without yeah, uh, beyond a reasonable doubt that it was him? Will the jury band together even with the lack of evidence and vote him guilty? Audrey, that's not fair. That's not fair. He has rights. He has rights. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly my point. And something to remember is it is literally impossible to argue someone's feelings and emotions. You cannot argue that. So if you have a juror saying, "Look, I'm 100% certain. I feel it. I feel it. It's my opinion based on my feelings that he's guilty. I'm voting guilty." Well, I've never been on a jury. I don't know if in the jury, if the group of jurors know how each one is voting. I'm going to say probably not. But if it starts to come up where people are questioning each other, like, hey, you can't vote guilty based on this X, Y, and Z data. You can't. I could see fights happening within the jury. If Brian, if the case is dismissed, that is gonna be the biggest misjustice of my lifetime. And again, shame on Ann Taylor. Shame, 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 shame. When it's my opinion as a psychic, what she's doing is dangerous for her spiritual side, her own being, herself, her inner self, her soul. She's working for, in my opinion, a serial killer who she's trying to get his case dismissed. That, in a way, is a lie. It's misjustice. It's a lot of negative things. That's like saying, hey, the devil's here, doesn't have the pitchfork. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him loose because he's not gonna stab anybody with the pitchfork, but we're gonna let him loose in the world. That's bad karma. So bottom line, I believe Anne has already started to receive her bad karma. I can see it in her face. I see it. But you know what? She doesn't even care right now, in my opinion, about the karma that's going to come back on her because she's so involved in the money and the fame and the prestige, the fact she was appointed to this position, and that she's a big shot in the town. But I wonder how the town feels now. Um, is it worth it? Not to me. Your 15 minutes of fame. What are you gonna do? Write a book? You gonna write a book, Anne, after this? So now you're gonna take blood money from the book. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing things out there. It's just not right. It's not right. So now we have Bryan Kohberger in Idaho. He's going to finish his PhD in Washington State. He's going to continue to go home for the holidays on the East Coast. He's going to be free and he can date all these women and maybe some men. I don't know. All these people who have been writing him letters, and he's so organized in his cell. And oh, he's just the perfect man. He's just the perfect man. He's so sensitive. He's just a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart who will kill you. Sorry. Again, take me with a grain of salt or a spoonful of salt. What is the world going to look like if he gets the case dismissed? What if you're in Target and you see the man? Don't go near the knife section. Bryan Hamburger's in the store. That's going to come over the loudspeaker at Target. Or if you see him at the gas station, I mean, I don't give a shit about the man at all. I think he should get the death penalty, even though I kind of don't want him to. People are going to kill him. I could see that happening. I could see people running him off the road. I could see people slipping him a Mickey with some sort of drugs in it or something at a party or something. Who's going to want to be his friend? I'm sure there's some. Fine. You don't think the families are going to come after him? Don't be stupid. Don't be naive. Even though we're in a civilization in 2023, things still happen because we're cavemen and we want to be safe and revenge on the victims, right? I'm not saying me. I would not go after him, obviously, to try and hurt him in any way, shape, or form. But if he gets this case dismissed, oh my God. Oh my God. Things are gonna happen. I'm not sure what yet, but I feel it. I feel it. I don't know what the prosecution has that we don't know about already. I mean, I know we don't know everything. We know the FBI was at the house and the house won't be taken down yet. The house where the murders happened won't be taken down yet. Thank God that's a win in itself because Ann Taylor was trying to get the whole house just demolished. She knows. She knows. Again, I don't have any respect for Anne or anyone who's I don't respect those kinds of lawyers But they have rights. Those criminals have rights. Now, let's say that case is dismissed with the murders. Let's say he has to serve time for the thing he did with that girl with the ring cameras or whatever the cameras, security cameras. How much time would he get for that? He's been in jail for what? 8 months, 10 months, something. Um so how much time would he get in jail or prison for that alone? I don't know. I mean, he's been serving time already. Um, oh my God. I am scared. I can't, I don't get any information from spirit on how this is going to pan out. I, th- I do feel some things, but I can't feel the answer. I can't feel the end result. And well, I'll tell you what I do feel. I feel, I feel sick in my stomach. My stomach feels gray, the color gray. What does that mean? How can my stomach feel like a color? I don't know. I don't know, but that's that's a thing. It's a thing for me. My stomach feels gray. I don't know what that means, but I don't feel good. I don't feel good about it at all. I feel um okay, hold on. Someone's trying to come in. Who is it? Somebody's here. I feel like I feel a lot of bad things. I feel a lot of bad emotions, bad futures, um, not accepting the outcome, causing some very, very serious problems for some people, like debilitating problems for some people of the families. It's serious. It's a serious thing. Let me know what you guys think. If Brian Koberger gets this case dismissed, do you want him in your town? Do you wanna see him at Target or the grocery store or gas station? How do you feel? Would you feel safe? Would you mind your daughter going on a date with him or son? I don't know if he's gay. I don't know. I don't think he is, but, um, would you want him hanging out at your house with your kids his age? Should he be allowed to finish at that school with his PhD? It's terrifying. One thing before I let you go. I just wanted to tell you something I've discovered. I don't know if I have a picture that I can put on the screen. If I do, I'll put it on right here. But what happened was, I don't know if I was on Instagram or on YouTube Shorts. Okay. A lot of times the same videos are on Shorts and on Instagram and TikTok, the exact same videos. So I had seen this video before several times. It's on a cruise ship. I don't know where at, but it was on a cruise ship somewhere in the dining room. And there were waves like there are, that happens. And the waves kind of took the boat kind of underwater a little bit. And I watched that a couple of times. It's real quick. It's probably 3 seconds maybe. I watched it and I'm like something doesn't feel right. I don't know. There's something I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something in this window that's underwater. I'm terrified of water. Um, in general, I'm terrified of water, although I've been on a couple cruises. I wore my life jacket the entire time. So I felt strange looking at not the first few times, but like the 20th time looking at this video, like, another time. It's like, I'm gonna do a screen cap because there's something not right with this water situation, on this cruise ship. So I did a few screen caps on the video. I went through the video and ran it and reran it and reran it and took a ton of screen caps. I see so many spirits, so many ghosts, so many entities, a skull, a face, a screaming face, hair. And it's like, what the hell is that? Oh my God. Shocking. I sent it to a couple of people and they're like, oh, weird. How strange. And it's like, well, Audrey, you're a psychic. Wouldn't you think that there's spirits in the ocean too? It never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind. But spirits can go anywhere. They can go in a volcano. They can go to the Earth's core, I'm sure. But they're in the ocean. I wonder. I just had this thought. And I have a lot of pictures from being in an airplane, um, in airplanes. Um, I'm going to go back and look at photos that I have from outside an airplane window and check those for any spirits. But I'm telling you, you may have seen this quick video of this cruise ship dining room being flooded with water, just on the window, kind of makes the ship look like it's under the water. Um, you try it. I'm telling you, try it. It's very similar to the pictures I showed you and shared with you here and on Instagram with my son's work, where he took pictures and then I showed you guys the result and I circled all the little bodies and faces and stuff in the photos. That's the same as this water photo. These clips, and every clip, I took one snapshot and then I did like a split-second snapshot after that. New faces, new things. Interesting. That's all I'm saying. Fascinating. I love that kind of stuff so much. It's very interesting to me. We're not alone. Oh, by the way, um, it happened again. I had my 2 cats and my husband in bed. Johnny was in his bed. So in our room, it was me and my husband and the 2 cats. Well, guess what I heard? This was like 2, 3 days ago. Guess what I heard? Ring a ding a ding a ding. Ring a ding a ding a ding. The cat toys. The cat toys in the living room. Someone playing with them. Who's playing with them? Someone's here. I don't like ghosts. And I told my husband, I'm like, did you hear that? Don't tell me you didn't hear that. He's like, I didn't hear anything. I'm like, yes, you did. Oh my God. He goes, it's nothing. I'm like, will you please acknowledge it? Because it makes me feel crazy that you act like it's not happening. Could you? Because even the cat's ears are flapping back. Like, who's that? What is that? He goes, it's nothing. He goes, it's your fault anyway, because you bring them all here. No, well, it might be, but still, could you get up and go look? I don't want to go look. I don't even go for a midnight snack anymore because I'm too scared to go through the living room to get to the kitchen. And sometimes if I do end up making it into the kitchen, oh God, I'm so scared the whole time. It's like, is this snack really worth the stress you're putting on yourself, Audrey? Because it's just you never expect it. You never expect it. And then boom, there's a face or shadow, and oh God, not cool. Not cool. All right. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Leave your comments down below. I'll be around. You'll see me soon. Okay. Basically, that's what I'm saying. You will see me soon. Everyone, don't forget to subscribe. I also have my thanks there. I have my Salt Shaker PayPal and my YouTube as well. If you're interested in giving me a little tip, you can do that there. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon. All right. Take care. Ciao.